Welcome to Tuesday Buns and Guns. I don't know what's going on in your area, but it's snowing outside, and it's hard to imagine that last week I was out on my deck and slightly complaining that it was warm. So yeah, I'm not outside today. It is snowing. So stay warm wherever you are. Let's get ready to get a little warmer with our workout. You can see over my shoulder here, I've got some makeshift weights. So use what you can, hand weights or any type of, I've got my laundry bottles, so anything that you can use. I've got some shopping bags that are filled up with cans. So get creative, add some different levels of intensity. And as we go through this, work at your own levels. If we're jogging, you can continue to walk it out if that's more in your level. We're going to carry on for half an hour. Work at your own pace. Modify as you need to. Let's start to walk out those legs. Deep breathing. In and out. Shake out those arms. Get a little bit more intense with your march. Those arms start to move forward and back. Not too much of a side to side yet. Notice as you bring those legs up higher, the core starts to work, and we stand nice and tall. So let's have those shoulders back. Take those legs out a little wider and begin to tap side to side with a little squat down in the middle. So feeling those legs working, squeezing through the back, the glutes. Buns are tight. There's a reason we call this Buns and Guns. Lots of bun work. And as we add our hand weights, we get the guns also engaged. And we start to bring the arms out. So here's our first rotation, making sure our toes point in a slight diagonal. Our knees follow our toes. Extend out, still keeping that squat in the middle. And now we're going to push to the side. Extend the back leg, point the toe. Again, still squeezing those muscles. You've been sitting all day. Your buns might be just waking up. They might be talking to you already. 4, 3, 2. Last one, come to center, step touch. Go a little lower so that you can step wider. Bring those arms to a pec press. Resist both ways, in and out. We don't have anything between those arms, but let's pretend, let's resist. Add a bit more work. 4, 3, 2. Last one, and go to heel digs front. Just land nice and easy. And here's where we can start adding intensity if you want to add a little jump side to side. Scoop those arms up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Inhale. Bring it out. And into our first jog. Again, you don't need to jog. You can walk it out. You can march it out. Modify as you see fit. Trying to get the heart rate up, blood circulating, muscles warm. 4, 3, 2, last one, and jacks. Full on jacks if you want. Landing softly, keeping those knees slightly bent. Full range with the arms, or modify. Side jacks. So choose your level. You can go up and down. Switch it up. Keep it interesting. 4, 3, 2. Last one, and squats. So sitting back, I've got a couch behind me. I can pretend I'm sitting down. Send those hips back. Make sure we don't drive the knees forward. Arms out for counterbalance. Try to keep your chest up. Squeeze those legs. Glutes and inner thighs. 2 more. 1 more. And back to a jog. Again, you can change it up if you want. You can be kicking up your heels to your buns. You can do a higher knee up in front. You can still walk. Just keep moving. Maybe you want to switch it up in this set itself. So some forward, some back. Last 2 and 1. Jacks again. That background noise is supplied by my cat. I have to think health and safety, and I don't want him running around. Four, 3, 2, last one, back to those squats. So as we do these warm-up squats, I've got my feet in a number 11, so they're about hip width apart. Some of the squats we'll do later might be wide-legged squats. In here, I'm trying to squeeze my inner thighs together. 2 and 1. Good. I'm going to go with a, for me, medium weight. It's about 5 pounds. And I'm going to step side and back in. Side and back in. I start to lift my hand. So when I'm hanging on to these, it's a little awkward. And I'm just going to do a little check on the cap. So I'm trying to bring my arm out to the side with a bent elbow, no higher than shoulder height. Step out, squeeze in. Step out, squeeze in. 4, squeeze in. 3, 2, last 1, bring it up, walk it out, tightening the second cap, and step out, squeeze in. Step out, squeeze in. When we step wide, knees and toes same direction, knees stay behind your toes. They don't go forward over your toes. Bend the elbow, 90 degrees. Whatever weight you're hanging on to, making sure that you're not flexing your hand back and doing an awkward bend with the wrist. So right now I'm trying to keep my wrist in a straight line with my lower arm. Squeeze those legs. 2 more. Nice wide squat. 1 more. Good. Okay. We're going to do our touch back, touch back, touch back, touch back. We start to lean a bit more. And then we start to bring the arm out in front. Same side is working. Trying to balance. Trying to keep those shoulders square over our hips. Now for added intensity, you can start to lift instead of a touch. You're lifting and squeezing the leg. Keep it slow. If you are lifting, you're feeling more work through the core. And if you want even more work, we add a squat in the middle. Lift, squat, lift, squat. Nice and slow. I often do this move quicker, and now I've really slowed it down, and you can feel how much intensity is required, how much more difficult it is to go slower through this. Arms out. 4, 3, really working the back of the leg. Good. All right. I'm going to go a little heavier with some bicep curls, and we're going to do some traveling lunges. So I'm going to try heavier, and if I find it's too much, I'll go back down again. So first of all, just the legs. We're going to travel 1, squeeze together, 2, squeeze together, 3, up, and I have to turn. Down, squeeze. Making sure the back knee goes down. Good, front knee doesn't go over your feet. Now as you're switching, make sure you change your lead leg. Or if I don't change my lead leg, I'll end up doing too many on one side. Turn when you need to. Let's start adding bicep curls. Nice and slow. Good. So you're going to do your own count. I don't know how big your room is. Good. Got lots of time. Go slow, go low. There we go. Down. Good. This is my last set with the heavy weights. I'm going to go a little lighter. Keep going. Down. Squeeze together. Down. Squeeze together. And notice you don't even have to do curls. You can have your weights hanging down below you, just at your side. Good. Let's do one more set there and back for me. So it's about 6 to 8 more. And let's finish up our last set. For more, it's 3, 2, and 1. Really good. So a big stretch in the front of the thighs, the hip flexor, when we're going down into that deep lunge. And lots of squeezing through those legs. So feet, number 11 position, under our hips. We hinge forward with a flat back. We row in, keep those elbows close to your upper body. Extend again. And then do a deadlift up, nice and tall, shoulders back. So we go over, soft knees, row, extend, and up. Over, row, extend, and up. Over, row, extend, and up. Over, row, extend, and up. So I felt like I could go a little heavier on this part of the move. Over, row, extend, deadlift. So we're standing up nice and tall, squeezing our glutes, not locking our knees, taking our time. Good. 2 more sets. Over, row. Nice flat back. Last one. Okay. Now, second part of that move. If you've been with me for a long time, you know already. We just start to squat. Feet under our hips. Then we press the hips back. Squeeze the inner thighs close together. Then we start to add arms. So it looks like shoulders, press, shoulders, stand, shoulder, press. Every time you stand, you squeeze core, you squeeze glutes, you squeeze inner thighs, but you do not lock the knees. Sit back, press up, sit back, stand tall. Good. One more. Yep. There we go. Give it a little walk out. And now combine those moves. The over, row, deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand. Here we go. Over, row, extend, deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand, over, row, extend, deadlift up, squat, push. Pull those tummies in. So just little reminders, I'll call out, soft knees, squeeze the buns, tall, over row, tummy tight, soft knees, squeeze up, squat, push, squat, stand, over row, give it all you got. Flat back, row, squeeze in, extend, tall, squat, push, squat, stand. Really good. All right. going into a wide-legged stance. I'm ready to go into a lunge to one side. One side. Arm down, pull back. Arm down, pull back. Come up to about shoulder height. And again, watch the wrist. So you don't want to do any awkward bends back with the hand. Keep your wrist in a neutral position. Good. Now get ready, if you want, to bring the foot back. Then you step into your lunge. Bring the foot back. So a little bit of motion. Watch when you land the foot when you're stepping back out. You're leaning forward, so the core is tight. Next level, push up. Lunge, push up. Lunge. Maybe you want to lift the knee when you stand up. Now you'll notice I'm balancing the weight on that thigh. It's just adding a little bit. You don't have to do it. It's convenient for me because I've got these handles. Up, lunge, press. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Really feeling that in the inner thigh of the leg that stays glued to the ground. Ready to go. Start your lunge into the second side. And we go into the move in stages. So first of all, making sure we like where our feet are planted. We get used to pulling up to the shoulder, bringing those shoulders back, standing tall. And now maybe we can bring the foot in. Bring the foot in. 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 Watch your placement. Lifting if you want. Lifting if you want. Up. Watch that knee and toe when you step down. Up. Core tight. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Really good. Okay. Just saw something on the screen there. I worried I wasn't connected. I think I'm good. Okay. So we're going into a nice wide squat again. Just a time check. Okay. So wide squat. Start to go down and up. Down, squeeze up. No need to go quick. Go slow and really feel the work. Inner thigh squeeze, your buns, your glutes squeeze. And make sure you don't start doing this. This is the wrong way to do it. So we don't want a lean forward. We want those shoulders to stay back over our hips. So all the squeezing right now is in the legs. Good. We're going to bring those arms out. Extended side to side. And start to curl in. So I've gone to a lighter weight. And again, some parts of this move I could hang on to heavier weights. I'm going to stay at lighter weights the entire thing. First, because I know if I go too heavy at the beginning, it'll tire me out for the entire move. And second, I don't want to be switching. But that's up to you. Squeeze. 1 more. Keep the legs going. Bring the arms down if you need to. Here's also an option, is just to hang the weights, and your body has to work harder to push up. It's always an option. Arms are out again, and we start to curl in. So working on a different plane. In and out, in and out. This really makes you rethink having the music to the class, because it certainly makes you do things a lot quicker, and I'm really feeling it more the slower I go. Who knows what classes will be like when we're back together. 1 more. Keep the legs going, keep the legs going. Hang the weights down. Keep them here if that's where you want to finish up. Keep squeezing those legs. Bring it up again. This time we're going to curl under. Curl under, press out. This one's tricky. Relax your shoulders. They want to push up to your ears. Keep pushing them down. In. In. 2 more. Squeeze. 1 more. Squeeze those legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yes. Whew. Really good. I'm keeping my light weights because I'm going to take my hands away from the center line of my body. As I tap side to side, I reach to the front corner. I bring the arm back with the elbow bent. Keep it at shoulder height. Now, if there was a shelf in the corner, it just moved a little bit away. So I need to lean and reach a bit more. Lean. Feel the core work. Good. And now someone's behind me, and I want to turn and look at them. And just pivot open at the elbow. Hand them the weight. Reach forward, hand the weight back. Reach forward, hand the weight back. Good. If you find you're starting to do your move down here, maybe the weight is getting too heavy, do the move without the weight so that we continue with best form. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Good. Ready to tap side to side. Other arm comes up, bent elbow, shoulder height. Start to reach to the front corner. Get used to that rotation. Now lean a bit more. Taking the body away from center line, asking the core to work. Controlled. Now we're going to reach forward and hand the weight back. Open and pivot at the elbow. Keep the arm shoulder height. Reach forward, open back. Reach forward, look at your hips. They're turning with you. So are your toes. So is your knees. Eyes always on your weights. Your head always turns. 2 more. Get rid of the weight if it's too heavy. Really good job. You can tell I'm feeling it, a little bit of heavy breathing. We're going to go side, nice wide squats again, down and up. Let's just alternate the arms in front. Arm in front, come down and switch. Arm out front, come down and switch. Squeeze those legs. So notice when I say the reminder, and this even works for me, I squeeze more. So those verbal reminders, they help. And no, they're not for you, they are for me. 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to bring those feet in. They're under your hips, you're leaning forward. We're squeezing the elbows up and in towards the center of our back. And we start to extend the arms back, curl back. Your knees are soft, core is tight, upper body bending over slightly, trying to maintain that flat back so we're not arching through the shoulders. Feeling it in the triceps, back of the upper arms. 4, and because it was snowing today, we're going to go into our ski position. Looks like this. Squat, pull up. So you go dig your poles in, pull up. Dig your poles in, pull up. Look at the elbows when we finish. They're bent, they're pressing up to the ceiling. Dig poles, press up. Dig poles, press up. Dig your poles, press up. Good. Nice deep squats. 4, push. 3, push. 2, push. Last one. Whew, really good stuff. Okay, we're going into our side bends. So plant both feet. And as we bend to the side, try not to lift up the leg. So important to have the entire surface of the foot always glued to the floor. We're going to take it down for 2 counts. Slowly back up tall. Other side, 2 counts. Slowly back up tall. So you're resisting the pull of the weights. to make you go further to the side. You're controlling, pushing down both feet. If you want more work, take the weight away from you at the bottom. And your choice, you can bring the top arm up closer to your armpit, which might make you lean more, and then you have to resist more. So lots of work going on. One more each side. That's one. And second side, that's two. Really good work. Your choice, going into balance where you can still hang on to the weights, or you can do with no weights at all in your hand. Choose one foot to stand on. And I think I might be repeating myself again, but I have a multi-pile carpet here, so I'm always making sure that I'm not standing on what feels like a little hill. So I've chosen one leg to keep lifting and lowering. I'm trying not to touch, but if I do, that's fine. Okay, that's my countdown. Got 5 more minutes. There we go. Lift and down, up and down, up and down. Now you can add a bit of a rotation over that thigh when it's lifting up. Asking the core to work a bit more, your eyes focused on the floor or something that's not moving, because as we start to move the body, our balance will be challenged. Option, when the leg comes down, you can add in an extension or abduction, working the abductor muscles, taking away from the center line of the body, outer thigh. One more. Good. Second side, so ground your standing foot. Start to lift and lower. Remember that imaginary string from your belly button to your knee. We first pull in the belly, which pulls the string, which pulls the knee. Always think in that order. Belly, string, and knee. Belly, string, knee. Again, as we talk to ourselves, sometimes it changes what we're doing. If you want to, add rotation. Keep it slow. I tend to look down at the floor. And you know the next level if you want. The abductor muscles, lifting that leg out to the side. So I touch down several times. It's okay if you touch down. Start again. Standing knees, soft, all the time. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, time to do some stretches. Deep breath. And let it go. Deep breath. Let it go. Come up again, grab your hands. You'll probably see me just shifting my weight. I like to continue to move the legs. You can stand still if you want. We're going to push the palms away from us. I'm looking at the back of my hands. My thumbs are down. And I lead forward with my press with the heel of each palm. And I feel the stretch. Down the back of each arm. Bring it down. Good. Stretch up again. Grab those hands together this time. Look at your palms as you bring them down. Thumbs up. Reach away. And again, we've got a slight rounding through the upper body. Feeling this one more in the neck and shoulders. Bring it down. Shake it out. Deep breath up. Exhale, bring it down behind you. Grab on. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And we have an option, if you want, of lifting up the arms as long as it's not making us go forward. So this is not any better than this. It's just what you want to do. The focus right here is stretch through the chest. Shake it out. Okay, stretch for the legs. So a nice long stride, toes straight ahead, both feet. Do a bend of the back knee, press the heel down on the back foot, and then slowly bring the back knee so it's almost straight, but never perfectly straight. And you should feel a stretch in the back calf. If you're not, your legs might need to be a little further apart front to back. So make any adjustments you need to. But this is a stretch for the calf. It doesn't mean you don't feel it other places, but that's our primary stretch. Rolling up onto the ball of the foot. Tuck the hips forward, press, sink it down. Here we're feeling a stretch. Hip flexor and quads. Arm comes across your body. Hug it in with your free hand, and it's going either below or above your elbow, but not on it. And then watch your shoulder. You can lean your head away from that shoulder and stretch through the neck. Slowly come back up, release your arms, step in halfway, hands on your back thigh, sit back, imaginary chair, chest up. And now pivot onto the heel, front foot, bring those toes back towards your nose. This stretch you're feeling in your glute, your hamstring and your calf on that extended leg. Take it down, roll up. Walk it out. Going through the stretch, so I've switched my front leg, my back leg. Again, I start with a bent knee, I press the heel of the back foot, and then I slowly start to almost straighten that back leg, but never quite. And as I keep pressing the heel, I feel the stretch in the calf. Slowly bring the shoulders over your hips, up onto the back ball of the back foot. Press your hips forward, feel the stretch, hip flexor and quads. Stay here, or you can sink down and it gets a little more intense. Arm comes across the body, shoulder down. You can hug in the arm just slightly. Optional is the head lean. Still breathing. Bring that head back, release the arms. Come in halfway with the back foot. Pretend you're sitting down into a chair. Keep your chest lifted, core tight. And now pivot on the heel, front foot, toes back towards your nose. Glute, hamstring, calf, all down that extended leg, through the back of that leg. Nice stretch. Bring it down, roll up. And final stretch for the arms. It's a tricep, elbow by your ear, pointing up towards the ceiling. You have different options. You can support, you can just leave it free, or you can try to meet your hands in the back. Bring it down, second side. Again, triceps. Not pushing hard, but just resisting so that it doesn't fall forward. Bring it down, deep breath in. Quad stretch. Balance if you want to, lean on something. Bring up the foot, making sure that the leg that is bent is slightly back, so pull back slightly. Press your hips forward. Now squeeze the buns. And that intensifies the front stretch in the quads. Bring it down. Get your balance if that's where you're working. Hang on to your second side. Squeeze the buns. Press forward. Bring it down. Inhale. And let it go. Thanks, everybody. Good job. We'll see you again next week, or maybe on Thursday for yoga.